Welcome to the first episode of My Three Thoughts. This episode, I talk about the Michael Lewis book, The Fifth Risk, and my three thoughts I had about it. The first thought is Trump is delivering on some of his promises. 2 is the unknown risk. And 3 is project management. So let's get into it. I'm your host, Alexander, the Great Reader, and this is a podcast where we read, study lessons that build our inner power, because the next level we will reach will not tolerate cowards. Like I said in the intro, I'm going to give you my three thoughts on the Michael Lewis book, The Fifth Risk. The first thought I got is that Trump is delivering on his promises. Don't get worked up. Don't want to argue with me. With that statement, I'm saying that he is not putting people in leadership positions or adding to certain departments within government to create the appearance that he's cutting on government spending. He really can't cut on military. He really can't cut on Medicaid or Social Security because that will just cause an uproar. So he does it within there and say, see, I'm reducing government size. I'm reducing government spending, like you said. But it is also a benefit within the corporations who are restricted by these departments to do certain things that affect their profitability. So that's the first one. He's delivering on his promises, but not, the book shows that it's, what he's really not doing is not putting people, not replacing or really taking the time and effort to really put people in these departments within our government that sort of protect us from lots of things. And that's where this conversation comes in. This is part 2. He has a conversation, Michael Lewis, with a guy who manages risk within the government, big risk like nuclear risks, weather risk. And he says the fifth risk is the one that worries him the most, and it's the unknown risk, the things that they can't perceive or even see coming. So the unknown risk is what the book is about. And there's this unknown risk we're taking by not putting people to manage certain departments. That's the importance of number 3, project management. When you do good project management, you can identify unknown risks and minimize the risk or eliminate that risk. But when there's no one even managing the project or no one even capable of managing a project that he's being positioned in, then that unknown risk can be a big factor in play because there's no one there looking after it. So there's a lot of case studies within the book to prove the consequences of bad project management. But imagine if there's no real management going on. That unknown risk is going to be there and no one's going to be there to identify it and create an action plan to reduce it or eliminate it. And that's why I like the book, because it points towards that. It might be important. You know, there's a lot of unknown risks within nuclear power, nuclear creation. There's a lot of unknown risks when it comes to weather, hurricanes and tornadoes. The book points out a lot on things like that. And I don't think it's one of the best works of Michael Lewis, just because Flash Boys was a great book, Liar's Poker, Blindside, Moneyball. He has a lot of good books, so this is not one of his best works, but I did enjoy it. I would give it between 3 to 4 stars. Not that big of a book. Those are my 3 thoughts. See you on the next one. Subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or any other podcasting platform so you don't miss the next episode where I give my 3 thoughts on The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson.